introducing our services and how we are implementing our services. So please, can you give me an idea about DMCC group? And I just want to have to understand like why you guys looking for an HRMS, and are you currently using any software? And after that, inshallah, we will take the next step.
Hi, good morning, Akram. Can you
Good.
hear me?
Yes, Roberto, I hear you, dear. Good
Okay.
morning to you.
Hi. Let me just introduce myself. So, I'm Roberto Moya. I'm from the HR department. I'm
Mm-hmm,
the associate director. Look at rewards, people analytics, HR technology.
mm-hmm,
For that. So, just to give you a background of the why we are looking for a solution
mm-hmm,
specifically for payroll as of now.
mm-hmm,
So, we have implemented Oracle Fusion around about like 3 to 4 years back.
mm-hmm,
For that, but it's not working well for us.
mm-hmm.
So we wanted a different solution that can go on top of maybe core HR of Oracle Fusion,
Okay.
specifically for the payroll,
Mm-hmm.
that we could replace our Oracle kind of thing,
Okay.
because it's not basically it's not behaving properly
Mm-hmm.
despite the time, despite the fix. So we're looking for maybe a lighter solution, an easier solution, some solution that can work well with us, and then something to
Mm-hmm,
integrate
mm-hmm.
with Oracle, to Oracle Finance and stuff like that.
Perfect.
And then, mhm,
Okay. So you're looking for a system like will be more friendly to use and also can integrate with Oracle. يعني.
correct, yes.
Okay, perfect. No worries. Good morning, Musab. مرحبتين. حياك الله. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay, no worries. خلاص. So let me give you a quick idea about Mina. I think first of all I will share my screen so um, to get to so you guys understand what is Mina iTech, and then inshallah we will jump to the demo. Um, so what we can see, can everyone see here my screen? Okay, perfect. Okay, so when we speak about Mina iTech, we are a Jordanian based company. So the company has it was established since 2003, and we are in this market specialized in HR services. So we speak more than 20 years in the field, and we are covering sectors like private sectors and government sectors. And as we can see here in the screen, we have more than 2,000 plus clients, as I mentioned, two different sectors. And the system was built based on the localization, meaning like we have 7 regional offices in the region. And when we say localization, like mean each country that we are in, the regulation of that country is applied by default in our system. Like for example, in UAE, we follow WPS, right? So that's why the concept was built on the localization. And also we can see we have more than 2 million users using our mobile application, which is called Minami. It is usually used for the employee self-service and manager self-service. And also we have more than we as Mina IT employees, we are more than 300 specialized in HR and IT. Um, what we can see here, our regional offices, as I mentioned, several regional offices. We have two in Riyadh and Jeddah in KSA, and also our headquarter is based in Amman, Jordan, and we have office in Dubai, where I am from right now, Business Bay, Doha in Qatar, and Kuwait and Egypt. So Here, what we can see, like the way we can present our services through two ways, either through cloud bases or on-premise. But everyone is moving to cloud bases. And you know what is cloud solution? More easy, more flexible. Also, it costs less than the on-premise, and also here also we are using the latest technology of AI. In this quarter, we have launched AI, focusing more on the job description, on the hiring level, interview process, and so on. Plus, also our system is very flexible. We can do integration with any ERP software. Plus, we developed our own mobile application, which is called Minami. All of this we will get to know about it more, inshallah, in the demo. Here, to give you an idea that our system is a modular system. What we can see here, MinaPay, MinaMe, MinaTA. So for MinaPay, it's a payroll and personal management system linked with Minami, its employee and employee self-service, and also a manager self-service where the employee or the manager can act also as an HR part here. The employee have the ability to see like his salary slip, all kind of transaction that he's eligible to, and who do the punch in, the punch out. Also, we can link it through SQL files. Also, we can link it through geolocation area using Google. Also, we have here the Mina TA for the time attendance, where will give us the time attendance for the whole employees inside the organization. Also, we have here Mina HR or Mina Kuru, as we call it internally. This is related to the talent management, talent acquisition, career path, the IDPs, the nine metrics box, and so on. Plus, also we have the Mina BI, which is business intelligence tool related to the reports for the higher level management, all kind of reports you can imagine. Okay. Plus, here we have also the Mina 360. Here we focus more on the feedback evaluation more than appraisal performance. The appraisal performance, it comes with the Mina HR, but the Mina 360, like everyone can give a feedback about each other, like from the regular employee to the CEO and the opposite. Plus, we have also the Mina SMEs. This is related to the small business companies from 5 to 10 employees. Plus, also we do outsourcing for the payroll assistant services, which company doesn't require any system. We can do that as a third party. Um, Here we give you an idea about our clients who are using Mina iTech services inside UAE. So we can see here, like we cover that private sector, financial sectors, like and government sectors, like we have Dubai Cares, we have Dubai Investment, we have RPM Medical Solution, we have Veolia, uh, Takaful, we have MetLife insurance companies, we have different sectors like. And if you guys like willing to have any references, we are more than happy to share with you our client and for the checkup. Yeah. So so far, do you have any questions, guys?
Yeah, in terms of the companies,
Hmm.
which companies actually use the payroll system in itself? Because they may be they may be using a different module. For example, like maybe one company is following only talent management, but in
Correct.
here, for example, like which ones actually is using for the payroll ones?
For example, who is using different clients we have like say
Mm-hmm.
for let's say for the bank sectors we have like some banks like Oman Housing Banks, we have Bank Al Arabi banks, we have Egyptian banks. Most of them they are using payroll services. For example, also MetLife, it's an insurance company, it's an American insurance company. Also, they are using the payroll services. So it depends in each client. For example, Al Zahra Hospital, they're using full system. So it depends from each client. I cannot give you like each client what he's using specifically, but I'm sharing with you a general idea. Each client have a different requirements. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but by the end, like it is. we as Amina iTech, we provide one single version to all our clients. We don't have like different versions for each particular client.
Okay. All right.
Okay? Yeah. And as I mentioned, like if you guys willing to have any references, we are more than happy to share with you like those references so you can have an idea by yourself. Yeah. So far, this is a quick presentation about Mina iTech. And if you guys don't have any question right now, we can jump to the demo.
Yeah, please proceed to the demo.
Okay. So here, jumping to the demo, like um, uh, once the client have the system, it will show here your logo and your background, of course, and the login is like any regular website, username and password, and directly we will jump to the system. So we will start with the payroll process and how does it start. We will first of all, guys, start with the personal information, jumping later on to the financial information. So we'll take you through the cycle one by one. Okay, I'll make it very easy for you. Here we have to mention the employee code. Okay, and once we jump to the employee information, we have different angles and categories. Okay, so under personal and employment, we have like the personal information, which comes like this. There is there is which comes like this, like employment information, languages, spouses, and so on. And there is some fields are mandatory and fields are non-mandatory. Here, because I am acting as a super admin, okay, I will just show you like the system is very flexible. So, for example, if I'm seeing here the religion is non-mandatory right now, right? If I just double click on it, it will become as a mandatory for the end user backend. Again, if I again double click, it will not become as a mandatory. Okay, this is just to show you how the system is very flexible. And by the way, the system covers 9 level of hierarchies. And here in the personal information, we have to mention the personal information of the employee that we are hiring. Okay, and also we can link it directly with his direct line manager. Let's say if he's from the sales department, I can choose this employee is related to whom, under which project. And here also I have to mention the employment information, like which site is working, department, section, division, which class, degree, category. Of course, following all of this, following your company policy. What type of this contract? Is it a permanent contract? Is it annual contract? Is it a long-term contract? All of this, it will be mentioned here in the employment information. Also, like the spouses, is the children, is he married, single? All of this we have to mention it in the system. Why? Because later on the system also it will affect like his career path, his end of service. The system is very intelligent. He will help us to take decision more faster. Okay. Also, we have to mention, for example, his experiences related to the job history and type of experience that he carries, and also learning and development. It has also the educational side. For example, he has bachelor degree, non-bachelor degree, has master, wherever. All it will be mentioned here. Also, this one it will affect his career path later on. Okay, like and also his skills, training, certificate, and also the most important part is the assets and documents. Each company, guys, I believe like they will um, they will have attachments. And by the way, here when we mention attachments, okay, it is unlimited attachment we can attach to this regular employee. Okay, plus also we have here the expiration date. It is very important to mention the expiration date because the system will give us a notification that, for example, um, the passport is about to expire or his visa or whatever. Okay, and also the employee himself, he will receive a notification through his mobile application that, for example, your passport is about to expire, you need to update it. Okay, so the HR will receive a notification, and also the employee itself will receive a notification. Here also we have to mention the assets. I believe each company, especially here in UAE, will provide some assets to their employees, like for example, like a laptop or car or mobile, whatever is it. Okay, we have to mention it here. Why? It is very important to do that. The system will systemize it in a very simple way, like it will help us also once we do the termination or end of service for this employee. The system will not to allow us to do that unless we have to do the clearance. Okay, so it will give us the permission to terminate it or do his end of service after the clearance, of course. And also here we have some extra modes like we have to mention related to this employee, like if he's working as a shift, he has some shift, miscellaneous event, medical profile, some special cases, and any additional information. So far, is it clear regarding the personal information and those stuff?
I have a question. Now,
Please.
this information, this personal information, is coming from Oracle from us because we
Mm.
have our recruitment
Okay.
when they hire someone, they
Mm-hmm.
enter the information in Oracle Fusion from Oracle Recruitment
Mm-hmm.
for that. Now, will that information from Oracle get pushed to fill in the information here, or do they have to re-enter another
No,
set
no.
of information here? Mm.
It will be pushed during the implementation. It will be pushed directly. Like we will do the integration, we will pull it directly. We will, يعني, we will prepare the system for you. Okay,
Mm.
and then خلاص you will start because during the implementation, like there is stages to do the implementation process. Okay, we will do everything for you, and then we will do the test, and before going live, and after the test, and also we will do the training after the test and the training. Everything is fine, guys, so we can go live.
No, I meant is that like, whenever they create a new employee, will
Mm-hmm.
the information that is entered in Oracle or
Mm-hmm.
whichever system that they're going to use, because we may change our ATS and
Mm-hmm.
they may create the employee profile from there. So based on that information, when they created the employee name, the nationality, the religion, all those personal information, that information, is that going to be automatically pushed to this system or they're going to have to re-enter it whenever there's a new employee?
Yes, it will be pulled automatically,
Mm, mm, mm.
or it can be both ways, yani, both
Mm,
scenarios.
mm, mm,
Both
mm, mm,
both scenarios can be done, yani.
Okay.
Okay. So and after the personal information, we will jump to the financial information. Also here we will mention the employee code. Okay. In the financial information, as we can see, we have also different categories: financial package, payment, insurance, cost center, and so on. Under the financial package, it comes the financial data. Here it shows us the basic salary, the package code related to this employee. Okay. Under the basic salary, it will shows the housing, allowances, transportation, blah blah blah, whatever. Okay. Also, we'll manage the package code is related to which package code. For example, let's say this employee is from the sales department. We will do the setup for the package code. Each package code be related to your company policy. Okay, we will link it directly to him. It will read from there. Okay. Here also we have to mention the non-payroll benefits. Like for example, is getting parking or gym subscription, whatever. Schooling aid also. If your company guys giving school aid, okay. Also we will mention it here. Start date, how many who's eligible to how many child, what is the upper limit, the lower limit, transaction cover percentage, and so on. We move directly to the payment. Under the payment, meaning like how we will pay this employee through cash, bank, change, exchange. We have to mention the banks here also names like is it from Emirates MBD, Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank, and so on. All types of banks we have here in UAE, which branch and so on, account number, all of this financial payment status. Okay, and also here we have to mention also related insurance. Under the insurance, it comes like the healthcare insurance. We will just push this button so to activate the insurance, and also under which package he's eligible to. Like you guys inside your company as DMCC, all guys having the same insurance or like it has different categories?
different categories depending on the grade.
Okay, perfect. Well, here it is the same. We have different categories, different degrees. Okay, he's eligible to which class, which degree, which category. Okay, we will mention it. And of course, because after we do the setup, after we build it here, we just have to choose the option. Okay, and also here we have to do the social security. This is related to the Emirati people. Okay, and we will activate the social security for them. And also we have the end of service. We will just push this button, so it will start calculating the end of service since the day the employee has stepped inside the company until he goes out. Yani. Also, we have here the general ledger account. This is related to the financial accounting team. So it will read from it is this employee is linked to which general ledger account. Okay, and also some extra information we have here. يعني. For tax deduction, alhamdulillah, so far يعني, we don't have tax deduction through our salaries in UAE. Okay. Here we have the cost center distribution. Also, we can link this employee if he's working in different projects or different sites. Also, we can link it. This is also related to the financial team of your company, of course. And also here we have the financial documentation. We can attach any financial document related to this employee. Yani. Okay, this is all related to the now we are just speaking about the personal information and the financial information. Is it clear so far?
I have a question here.
Okay, tell me.
Yes, for the Social Security, you mentioned that it's for the UAE nationals. However, this might apply for other nationalities like Bahraini, Omani, or any other GCC countries. So, is it applicable in your system also?
Of course. See, we follow as per the company policy. And here, I'm just giving you an idea how the system is flexible and what is the capabilities of the system and what can be applied in the system. Yeah.
Okay, and one more thing for the payments, we have the ticket allowance.
Ticket allowance, yeah.
Yeah, and
What about it?
it's based on the employee's grade and the beneficiary's age.
Yes, 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 yes. Of course, we do have the ticket allowances and the grades, and here what we are seeing, we are not seeing in the setup. Okay, here we are just see, because here we have, for example, for the financial setup. Once we jump to the financial setup, it comes like for this type of things. We do the setup, then it comes to then here. Once we jump, for example, to the payment, it will show us what we have give as a setup.
Okay,
That's it.
perfect. Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah, you're most welcome. So far, is it clear?
Question. Yeah.
Please, please.
Go ahead, Avi. If you
Go
want
ahead,
to ask.
Roberto, it's fine.
In terms of gratuity,
Mm.
what if a company has multiple gratuity rules?
Multiple gratuity rules,
Yeah. For example, it's not as per
like
UAE labor law, right?
Mm.
In some companies, you may have 21 days all throughout, or 7, 14, 21 and 30, or 21 and 30, or
Mm.
1, 1.52, 3, 4. So
Mhm.
if you have this kind of multiple gratuity rules with
Mm.
different kind of things to calculate,
Mm.
one is that do you have can you do it in your system? And that's
Yes.
one. Another one is that
Mm.
what if you have different types of formulas when you're calculating proration depending on the benefit or depending on the case?
Mm. Yes. So coming to your first question regarding to the different rules per gratuity, our system does cover that grades. For example, once we have multiple companies like your case, they are doing the same. And like regular, يعني basically mostly some insurance companies that are having your same situation also following banks. So we do cover we do cover this setup. And coming to your second question, you're asking about. Please, if you remind me again for the regarding to the second question, you said.
Second question is regarding calculations. So
Yeah, the calculations.
in most systems, right, they base it on 365.
Mhm.
But then we would have different types of formula depending on the situation. For example, like overtime is not based on 365, it's based on working days. Some things, when we calculate gratuity, is based on 365. Some, it depends. It may take the actual day of the month when you're calculating daily rate. So can the system handle different type of formulas depending on the benefit and the situation?
Yes, the system can, yes, the system has different type of formulas and can be done that. As I mentioned for you, like we have similar, we have faced similar casing with different companies just like yours. So we do cover, the system do cover that.
So is it based on custom formulas or there is a configuration inbuilt in the system where you can actually embed those unique formulas?
Custom or configuration. Just a second. Let me check quickly for you. On configuration, not custom.
So you would
And
have like you would have a screen where you can actually configure the formulas. Can you show that to us?
configuration, see this one, it has to be through our implementation team. I'm not very familiar with the configuration to be set up with you, to be honest.
Does
Let
the
me
users, the question is, does the users have the ability to set things on their own, or does it have to go through you to change things?
Okay, let me check just a second. Financial setup over time. Okay. Okay, so here is the value. As we can see, for example, we have here the rules for example, normal overtime. Okay, we can see the type of configuration based on the basic salary, or it's calculated overtime per minute by shift and so on. As I mentioned, like for the configuration setup, I'm not very familiar with it, but I'm trying to show you guys, like, is it based on the numbers of years, working days per month? Like, yeah, this is just to give you a quick view about it. Yeah.
How is like a daily rate is calculated, and can we change the daily rate basis?
The daily basis, yeah, of course, it can be changed related. We will do it from the financial setup. Okay. Once we go, let me check. Just a second. Okay, related. Yeah, related. It's here. It's related to the shift and
No, for example, let's take the case of normal overtime. Your normal overtime is your hourly rate, right? Multiplied into the 1.25. But then how do you calculate the hourly rate? Where do
Okay.
you find that and can change that particular formula?
Of course, see here it is related back on the work and the work shift. Okay, let's say for example per day, the shift is related to, for example, 9 to 5. We will do the configuration through the from the setup. Okay, like here it is showing working setup. We will mention here this shift is rated from where, what time it start, what time it will end, and then we will mention the number of hours. Okay, and then also, for example, let's say here we have 40 hours per month. Okay, and then we will save this setup, and then we will start doing the يعني it will
it will apply to it.
Yes, but it still doesn't show what's the hourly rate. So how do you define, for example, my what I'm trying to figure out is that where is the formula to arrive to the hourly rate? Because in here, okay, we got the multiplier, you set the rules of 40 hours, you set the
Mm,
rules of the time, that is fine. But the
mm.
basis of how this is being calculated, is it your divided by 365 divided by 8 thing? And that's where I'm looking at. Or is it divided by 365 or divided by X hours? How is it being calculated? Where is that in the screen that you can define how do you get the daily rate and the hourly rate? That is not what I'm seeing.
Okay.
You can set the parameter of the multiplier, that is fine, times 1.25 times 1.5, depending on the day, depending on the time, depending on the hour. I could see it from here. But to get to the base number, what is the value of that hour? That's my question.
Okay. See here what we can see.
Mm.
See here on the overtime hour setup. Okay, we are doing, for example, the calculate the overtime amount according to the following working days per month. Okay, we will mention the number of days of the number of days. Okay, and we have to mention also here the working hours per day. How many is it? Okay, either through days or per hours. Yeah. And like, is it clear?
I think you need to give more clarity on that, because then the next question here would be like, okay, you set the 30. What if you set your daily rate and hourly rate based on the actual month in itself? For example, if it's February, it is divided by 28. If it's March, it's 31. And the next month will be 30. You need to change this every month?
It will be calendar days.
Specified according to calendar days.
Yes.
Calendar days would be 365.
Mm-hmm.
But what if your calculation is based on the actual month in itself? Let's say you have a salary of 1,000, and your daily rate for that month is divided by 30 because the month is 30. So you have
Mm-hmm.
X value. Comes February, your 1,000 will be divided by 28, for example. Then your
Yes.
hourly rate changes. So how is that being set up on
So that's why here it is mentioned regarding to the calendar days. Like if the calendar days is 30 days, or if it's 31 days, it will follow that.
And if it's uses a singular daily rate, like divided by your annualized salary divided by 365, and then you get the hours, and that is your fixed hourly rate. Where is that there?
Yeah, and you see from here what I am showing to you, like here you see in the employee transaction. Okay, we are following per month. See, each month it is following each regular date. It is following their calendar date. Okay, so it will be calculating as per the month calculation, as per calendar days. And so it will be for each month as per the following month.
And what if you have a specific formula? Let's say for an hourly rate, it's based on, let's say, 175 working hours in a year, and that's your daily rate, and you divide it by 8 forwards, for example.
Mm.
How can you configure that as your fixed hourly rate that will be used as a basis for overtime?
Okay, so you said 175 divided by 12, it will be 14.58 divided by 8. Okay, it will be recurring.
I mean, like that will
again,
be, yeah, that will be
175 you said, right?
Yeah, let's say your annual working hours in a year, that will be the basis for your daily rate for the overtime. Let's say so it's basically a unique formula that you use, not 30, not 365, not on calendar days. It's a based on a particular count of a working day in a given year. So how can you configure that now in
Yeah.
the
By the end, it will convert to the month. But by the end, it will be converted to the month, right?
No, you cannot. You cannot, because the thing is like the month
How?
it will not, because your basis is annualized divided by 175. Right?
Okay,
So if
just a
you,
second.
it's not your annual salary divided by 365.
Okay, let's do one thing, just a second. Let me try to invite one from our implementation team. So to give you the specific, it's better. Just a second. Stay with me on the line, please.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, because as I told you, like I'm from the sales department, I'm not very familiar with the configuration. I try to help you as much as I can, but let me get someone else. See the
لما احكي له انت تكمل
Guys, can you hear me? Hello? Okay, perfect. Okay, so I haven't invited my colleague Mohanad. He's specialized about the case. So I will just give him a quick idea. So Mohanad, we are here talking about we are talking about the configuration related to the overtime, to the all of this stuff. So we have Mr. Robert, we have some question related to this part, and we would like you please to help us regarding for the configuration. Mr. Roberto, please could you please repeat your question?
Yeah, sure thing.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. So, Mohanad, what we're doing is we're trying to explore how well does the system can configure different type of formulas, because each company may use different type of formulas that is not as per UAE labor law. It really depends, especially on bigger companies, right? We have unique benefits, we have unique formulas, we have different ways of calculating things, let's say.
What's your formula?
For example, now let's take the case of overtime. So for
All right.
overtime, how we look at overtime is we take the annualized basic and we divide it by 176 to get your hourly rate. So how can you configure that in the system? Or is it going to be a custom formula that you need to code? Because
Again, how many hours in the year?
176 hours.
It's a fixed number of hours in the year, right?
Wait, Siad, can you elaborate?
It's like 8 hours in a day,
All right.
5 days in a 5 days,
Okay.
then 52 weeks in a
All
year,
right.
then divide by 12. That is the standard working hours in a month.
All right. So the number of hours in the day at the end of the day. Look,
Yeah,
regardless your formula, it's like you know, I have experienced like different let's say behaviors and practices. Some people they are using the whole year. They are taking the basic salary divided by the whole year, or divided by the whole number of days in the year. At the end of the day, to reach the overtime value. So here we have two important parameters in the system: the number of hours per day and the number of days per month. So by using these two parameters, we can configure anything. Yani, for example, here, let's say if you are considering like it's just like a fixed number of days per month, and you want like to determine or to calculate the overtime equally during any month. All right. So in this case, we need just to have like 365 divided by 12. So the number of days in that month, it would be 30.417. All right. You get what I mean? So some clients are using this formula. Some clients, no, they are using like every month. It depends on the number of working days in that month. We call it year calendar. Like in February, it's 28 days. In March, 31 days. In April, 30 days. And accordingly, you are using the number of days. So at the end of the day, the formula here in Minoatic, it's very simple. You are just taking the salary, regardless if it's like basic salary or total salary. We divide it by the number of days in that month. And it's very important to know the number of days in that month. It could be fixed 30 days, it could be changeable according to the transaction entry month, or it could be like a fixed number but calculated numbers based on your formula. Then we divide it by the number of hours per day. Usually, the number of hours per day is 8 hours, and I think you just confirm. If
Yeah.
we need like to reformulate the hours, we can. So again, these two parameters, we use it to reach your final calculation. At the end of the day, the number of hours and the number of days in the month will serve the things here. All right.
Okay, so this 175 or 176 hours as a standard, we can use it as a standard working hours in a month.
Exactly. It's 175, right? It's 175.
176, yeah, 76.
So 176. So at the end, it's like 8 hours per day, right?
Yeah, 8 hours per day
Yeah.
and 5 days in a week.
And 5 days in the week. So the week here, we have some options. Maybe it's not here. Let me check if it's appear on
And
my.
we have sometimes other category also, like 6 days in the week also.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand this. No worries. Here, look, work here. I hope he has this option. Look, we have one more option for some countries, which we enable it. We calculate the things according to specific shift. So in this way, we make the calculation more, let's say, more dynamic. Like we count or we check how many working days in that week, all right? And accordingly, we are using the number of days in that week. So it's just about like turning on off some options to reach to the final amount. So in this case, I think in your case, we need just to activate one more option to calculate the things according to a specific shift. From that shift, we are going to pick or to take the number of the actual working days in that week, right? This is what you want.
Mm. Theory, actually.
Look, at the end of the day, we have two options. Either we fix the calculation regardless the month, the week, the year, we fix it, or we make it dynamic based on the month or based on the working days in the month, in that simple way, right?
Yeah, I think ours is the first option actually. We have to just
The calendar and that's it.
yeah, but it is calculating based on the annual, uh, like annually we are calculating and we are taking the standard hours for
Okay.
every month. This 175 hours is the standard hours throughout the year. Actually, every month employee that is the standard hours we are basing for the calculation,
All right.
regardless of total number of days in that month, whether it is 28 days, 29 days, 30 or 31. We consider 175 as the standard working hours for the month. So we have to bring that field to somewhere here for the
Just one
system
second.
to calculate.
Let me check something. Let me check something very quick. Um, Let me check something. Because we do have a lot of parameters. Mm. Can you give me an example? Yani, let's
I
say
think the
we
second
have
one, overtime hour is calculated as fixed rate value.
fixed rate value means every hour equals something, and that's it.
Okay, that's all. Okay.
Yani, every hour equals, let's say, 100 dirham. Every hour equals 50 dirham, and that's it. This is means the fixed rate. Usually for such cases, we link it to the shift, because in the shift we have daily, weekly, and monthly shifts, and there we can put the daily hours or weekly hours or monthly hours. That's why this option is small here, but it has a huge impact. We can change a lot of things here. Can you just give me a real example? Let's say I have one employee, his salary is 1,000, huh?
Yeah.
And you divide it by 176, right?
No, you annualize it.
Okay, like 1,000 multiply 12.
Yeah, and then you divide it by 176.
Divided by 176. Okay. So this is the hour rate, and in this case, it will be 68.18, right? Am I correct? And you divide it by, again, by 12, or just that? Oh, no need for this is the only. I think it's just like without any of these things. I think
because it's taking the hourly rate. So that's the basis of the hourly rate.
Yeah, I think it's no need for all of these things. Just it will be in this way, this overtime, because when you analyze the salary, means the number, again, everything will be changed to days, month, and hours. It will be 30.41 for 112. Let me check just 1 second. Because if I take 365 divided by 12, 30.416. All right. And the number of hours per day, it's assume that it's 1 second. 176 divided by 8, it's 22 days. I think here it should be 8. One second, let me check something. 1 second. It's 1,000 multiplied 12 divided by 176. Take another calculator and check something.
Sorry, it's not annualized. It's 176 is the hours in a month.
Yeah.
So your monthly basic, your monthly basic, you divide it by 176.
Oh, okay. Okay. So 176 divided by 8, 22. So I think just 8 here and 22 here in this case. Let's take a quick example. Let's take Abdulaziz, for example. This is his salary. It's a big salary, but just example. Duplicate. Okay. All right. Now the rule for, let's check, like normal overtime 1.5 or 1.25. 1.25, for example, huh?
Yeah.
1.25. Let's take only basic salary and without this. And just basic salary, let's take, okay, 1.25 basic salary. So this is for the basic salary only overtime. And the hour rate is 1.25. And the employee salary is 1,000. And let's give him a transaction and calculate it separately. So this is the employee code. This is the employee code, right? Let's give him only 1 hour. It's normal overtime. Let's calculate it also separately and check the system. Now, according to its 1000 divided by, 1000 divided by 176, right?
Yeah.
Multiply
this
with
amount is correct.
1.25. خلاص, this amount is correct.
Yeah.
Look, what I did, just at the end of the day, again, I put the things like into month, like number of days in the month and number of hours in the day. And that's it. Here. It's 22 and it's it. That's it. Okay.
So this 22, it is fixed, or do we have to change every month?
Now it's fixed. خلاص. Why do you need to change it? Because you are calculating by 176 hours, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, 76. So no need to change. خلاص, it's fixed. Because in other words, look, in other words,
76
like,
divided by 12.
yeah, in other words, if you take 22, multiply it, it's 176, right?
Yes, yes. The formula is
So it's the same,
Yeah.
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 Just
yes.
like,
Take in the month, take in the hours.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Any other calculations before I leave? Because, guys, I'm not invited to this call from the beginning and I do have other things. Any like technical things like calculations, gratuity, salary calculation, like maybe you have your pain points. Uh, please let me know. I'm here. Any kind of calculations related to payroll, termination, gratuity, LPS.
Let's take the case of gratuity.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Um, let's take the case of gratuity. So
That
gratuity,
big, yeah.
right?
For you,
So no, let's say our gratuity changes every year. Let's say in the first year you would have let's say 30 days. Second year, once you complete it will be like 2 months. Third year it will be like 3 months, for
we
example.
have this. We
Mm-hmm.
have this. Look, we have it slices here. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
tell the system, let's take one example, like random, not according to any labor law. Let's say, tell the system, first year, I want 0, for example. The next 3 years, for example, I want to be like half salary, 50%, we put it. Like 2/3 salary, you put it like 66, whatever. Yani that, what is the percentage out of the basic salary that you're gonna pay for each year? So for say here, half salary. For the next 4 years, total we have 1, 3, so 8 total. I'm gonna pay, let's say, 3/3 of salaries, like 75%. And uncertain, above 8 years, I want to pay 100 full, full salary for each year. So we have here these slices. We set up here the type. Now the good thing is, look, this is not like just a fixed and one type of calculations. This is like the general one. Maybe I use it for the accumulation, the provisions calculation. Still, I can like determine a new calculation based on termination reasons, resignations, terminations, end of contract, or even any other, even if we can create more termination types. Plus, we can create more types of this gratuity calculation. Maybe some people, they are working with this calculation that we just defined it right now, but other people, they are following different calculations. Okay, so in this type, or in this way, we can create multiple end of service or gratuity calculations. Type. Just to complete the idea here, plus to these things, we have like other rules. Sometimes like the salary that we are using in the calculation is not only basic salary. The default basic salary is maybe the most popular, but sometimes it's total salary or a basic salary plus specific monthly allowances. Sometimes we need to take like average of a paid amount during the year, for example, or maybe even amount we paid it to out of the salary. So whatever the salary that we are taking in our calculation, we have like very detailed formula for it. It's very friendly, by the way, because you want to use basic salary, total salary. You like to include other things like non-payroll, in-payroll payments, even social security, even like overtime. Some companies, they are including overtime, vacation compensation, or leave encashment to the salary. So whatever the salary, we can include it here. Now the last
Okay.
thing here, yeah. Done?
What if you
Digital?
have multiple gratuity rules within an employee? Let's say an employee A, only applies to employee A, has maybe two type of gratuity rules
Yeah,
because somewhere along the employment it changes, kind of
yeah,
thing. So, but then the rest of the other employees would have sort of like the standard calculation.
yeah. That's a very good
Mm.
question, by the way. Look, at the employee profile level, we have here the just 1 second. It's here end of service. We can link the employee with two types of, and for example, let's say the employee, let's say for a specific date, all right, we were using the standard, but after that date, we started using different calculation. So look here, the type that I'm using is from the setup because we can create multiple types of calculation ways or multiple types of formulas. This is for this employee. Let's say other employee, everybody else, they are just the default. خلاص, we just link with them one type only, the default one. All right.
And how many gratuity rules can you attach to an employee? For example, now,
Two.
now we're seeing two screens.
Yeah,
So you
only
can
two.
add one more, or if there
No
is,
need.
no, I mean, if you actually have.
If you actually have, we change the slices inside the formula itself. Again, we have the formula, the first year, the second year, the percentage, the service period. We specify more inside these slices. By the way, it's too rare actually to assign people with two kinds of end of service.
Yeah,
Usually we
yeah.
handle everything. Usually we handle everything within even one type. Imagine, because we have
Yeah.
the slices. خلاص, I can set up it up to 20 years.
Okay.
And we have some other conditions also, like, for example, first 1 year, 1 month basic salary, then second, once the second year is completed, it is 1.5. So
Oh, it's fine.
if employee has not completed the second year, it will be like 1 month only. So we have
Again,
to,
no, it's now something different.
yeah. First 1 year, for example, one month basic
Let's
salary.
say
Yeah.
1 year, it's 1 month salary, means here 100% of the salary, right? Let's agree on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Okay, the next year,
1.5.
so 150.
Yeah.
Okay, the next year or the rest or whatever.
Yeah, but if employee has not completed the second year, if
Okay,
employee is leaving in the middle of the year, second year, it will be one only, one. So there is a condition, employee has to complete 2 years in order to get the 1.5 from the second year. It's a
he needs
condition,
wait,
yeah.
just wait.
Yeah.
The second year, he needs to complete the whole second year in order to get a salary and a half. If he did not complete, how much you gonna pay for him?
1 month, 100%.
But that's a pro rata.
Yeah.
On the period.
Wait.
But
Prorata, yeah, I understand.
yeah.
Prorata, it's by default. Let's agree on
Yeah.
this. Prorata, it's by default. If I work 3 months, you're gonna pay for me like the 3 months out of the 3 or divided by 12 multiply with 1.5 salary, right? This is the prorata. This is the default one.
Yeah.
But here you are talking about like if he did not complete the second year, he gonna get only 1 month amount.
Correct.
Based on what? Yani, at the end of the day, guys, when we develop our system, we are like checking the labor laws, we are checking the countries, the best practices, the big companies, and these things. And that's why maybe you can see here like deserved after, because we understand like after a year or 12 months, the employee he can start. And if he resigned before 12 months, we are not paying him anything. This is according to the countries, maybe the most Gulf regions countries, but what you just mentioned right now, is there like, I don't know, just maybe, and you can indicate me, does it include like in any country labor law or something?
No,
Because we cannot interfere.
it's higher than labor law.
Yeah.
Is it highlighted labor law?
Higher.
We are, sorry?
higher,
higher.
more than.
يعني for example, if I worked here, for example, 11 months, no, 11 months and 29 days, you're gonna pay for me only 1 month amount. So in this case, it's less
If
than,
it's okay,
right?
if it's on the first, if it's on the first year you have not completed, then you will not have gratuity,
I
right?
understand. I'm talking about
Then
the
after
second year.
that, now
The
after
second
that,
year.
yes, let's say you work from 1 year plus 1 day before the second year, right? So you didn't complete the second year. So it's 1 day before the second year completion of the second year. That's your last working day. So
Like 2
basically,
years minus 1 day. This
yeah,
is
2
what you
years
mean.
minus 1 day, right?
Okay.
So that will be on that period, your basis will be just 1 month.
Okay.
So
So
it, mm,
the question is, does
Mm.
that 1 month
mm,
equals or higher whatever employee deserve according to the country labor law? This is
yes,
what I mean.
yes,
Are
because
you
your
sure?
first year, yes, of course, because the first year is 21 days.
Okay, because the first year you're already paying 100%. This is what you mean.
Okay,
You're
yeah,
already paying the whole
yeah. So
salary.
yes, from the very beginning, we're already more than labor.
I need to check it. I'm not sure still.
But
Let
the
me do
idea,
some divisions.
the idea there is that when you have, and that's why we're asking about how customizable it can get, or how can you configure it, is because the formula that's being used is different.
No, it's not about the different. It's about, again, we need to be, the base of the MENA ITEC system is by or distributed or built by country profiles, all right? So based on the country profile that we are choosing at the configuration level, the default labor laws parameters, I'm not talking about numbers, parameters, yani the things that I can't change, the numbers where I can put, you understand me? So the default parameters will be applied according to that country labor law.
Of course.
Got what I mean? Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
when we, for example, this case, I'm not sure, maybe I need to double check it. Maybe I have it, I'm not sure. We have like 2,000 clients, maybe some of them, maybe at least one, maybe requested before, I'm not sure. But in this case, we need to go to the customization, the CR. If it's not like by the country labor law and it's not like a well-known practice in that country, so this way, yeah, for sure, we need to think about the CR, which we have the CR process. Like we document the CR and we go through the process. You know what I mean? Yeah.
See, in other companies, right, they are giving unique type of benefits, and this is part of the HR strategy, to give something that is different what the market is paying. It's not lower than what is mandated by the law. It is higher than the law. It's just unique because
I
this is
understand.
how this is how
That's,
companies attract talents. For example,
yeah,
let's say
I
for us,
understand.
we give more than what labor law will give, and then
Yeah,
if we have a candidate, would they go for a company that pays labor law or pay more than labor law? That's the
that's
basic
correct.
thing. But
That's correct.
so that's how we attract. So we have a lot of unique type of how we calculate things, what we give things. Our benefits are, we have benefits that's not in the market, so to say. And this is the kind of system that we are looking at. It's like, how is the system can handle the uniqueness of our calculations of our benefits? How configurable can it get, or does it needs a CR?
Yeah, look, I understand. We might maybe such benefits, maybe the terminologies between you and us maybe might be different. Maybe these benefits we should consider it somewhere else, not under the gratuity calculation. Sometimes it's not about of the calculation of the gratuity calculation. We might just like consider it like or we handle it like through other transactions or payment types. At the end of the day, yes, the change request, let's say Windows always open for such things, then we can go through the CR. But right now, to be honest, I can't confirm either we have it or not. I'm not sure. I need to double check with my team. I need to double check with the system, even to do some tests here and there. But yeah, well noted.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other things, any other benefits you feel that it's a unique calculation you could ask me about?
I think we have already passed the time in terms of the schedule. Maybe if the team has any last questions to ask, maybe my one last question would be, it's like, after you run the payroll and everything, any kind of reporting that requires to go to the finance, can it be automatically pushed to Oracle Finance? So there's no human intervention that is
Yeah,
there?
that's a very good question, by the way. Yes, we have here the vouchers. We build our voucher template, which is simply we do the mapping between the salaries elements against or versus the chart of accounts. And accordingly, every end of the month, you need just to generate the vouchers, all right? Simply like the account number, the debit and credit, and to send it to the ERP system or the financial system. We have different ways. We have offline, you can just download and upload there. We have online, just by posting, it will hit there. It depends on the integration scope, but we are open for all kinds of integrations here. We have a lot of clients we already developed for them, like the online integration. They just generate here. They see like everything is matched. They just post it. It will reflect directly into the other ERP system. At the same time, we do have default, by the well-known like ERP like Udo, Microsoft. I think also Business One. These well-known ERPs, even there is no need for developments. We have it like part of our parameters. We just put like, these parameters, the link, the credentials, and these things, and that's it. We can just push the data directly to the ERP. Other than this, we go through the integration process, which, by the way, this integration with the ERP, we are committed to deliver it. And no worry about the scope, whatever the ERP that you are using, regardless, we are committed to deliver that. It's part of the project delivery. All right.
Okay, maybe you can just quickly show us how do you run a payroll?
Yeah, look, the payroll, it's a process at the end of the day. Like, we need to make sure that we have all the employees in the system, personal financial information. Then we need to make sure that we have updated the system with the transactions, the financial transactions. Now, we have different sources of the transactions. And let's take one example, and you can just use the same, let's say, logic for other transactions. And for example, overtime, you can simply do the overtime transaction by yourself individually for one employee, or you can just like do a mass transactions by like our default parameters. Like I would like to pay mass overtime transaction for specific people, or you can just upload. We have like Excel sheet, download it, you put employees numbers and their number of hours in the month, and you can upload it. Or the source could be like employee self-service. Employees, they're gonna let's say request, and after the approval, it will be like reflected on the employee's transactions screens. Or the time and attendance. If we build like an integration with your fingerprint machines, or even if you are using our mobile app, the time attendance, punch in, punch out, it could be one of the sources of the transactions. At the end of the month, once we collect all kinds of transactions, we are ready to do the salary calculation. Salary calculation here, it's simple process. Just we pick the year, the month, and we hit the calculate. In this way, system just is simply getting the employee's basic information, the basic salary, the allowances. Then system will check the transactions, the overtime, incomes, deductions, pensions, these transactions that would affect the employee's salaries. Then system will compute the final salary report. And good to mention here, this is the salary report like the default one, the built one, which we can customize. Whatever the report you are looking for, you can customize the columns here, the information. Maybe you are focusing on few informations. Maybe you would like to show everything in the report. We can customize it. Here we're gonna see like the net salary per employee, and then of the report we're gonna see the net salary for the whole company. Plus here, if I pick just like any employee, I can simply like show the employee salary slip. Also, the salary slip is customizable. We can build other salary slips, but this is like our, let's say, our built-in salary slip. We're gonna see here like the employee information at the top, the left side, the income side, and the right side, the deductions, and here the net salary. Here, like some like extra details, like what are the other allowances, what are the other incomes, the deductions, the detailed vacation balances, and these things. Yeah, this is the salary calculation process.
And other reports for payroll reconciliation also available, right?
Yeah. Look, by default, you have 150 plus reports, the ready ones, which you have also some options to turn on off some features or let's say some columns in the reports. This is the report. If I go like for main salary report, you're gonna see this that related with the salary calculation only. If I go like to other salary reports, I'm gonna see like the other reports, like the conciliation reports, the comparison reports, like we have like vertical reports, vertical comparison reports, and these things. Plus here the bank reports, which you can like, because especially for the WPS, we need here to generate the WPS or the SIF file, for example, for a or whatever the payment file that you are using to issue the employee salaries. Also, it can be just generated. So here the default reports. Now, sometimes we face like some clients, they need more reports, more customized reports. We have other tools. The first one is called report generator, which you can, by the way, by yourself, after we give you the required training, you can build your own reports by report generator. You pick whatever you want. Or we have the other tool, which is called Power Builder, which we can, like only me and IT team, they can use it to build more customized and complicated reports. Sometimes you can, like, we get requests more complicated calculated reports or formulas, so that we can use this this tool to build new reports to this area. We can add more reports here. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Team, if you have any more questions, if none, then I guess we can conclude for now.
No, from me, 90, for sure. Yeah, for sure. طيب, any more questions, guys?
And your data residency is here in UAE?
We have UAE and outside of UAE. North Europe, I think.
Okay, no more questions from my side. Musab, any more? Okay, I guess we can conclude. Thank you for taking us through the system. If we do have any other questions,